The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Radyo Agri 90.1 FM management.
Alright, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Good morning to all our listeners on air and online.
Yes, welcome to episode 5 na tayo, partner ng Technopitch on Air, Making Waves for Filmec Technology.
Of course, only here on Radyo Agri 90.1 FM,
Kasaganaan para sa bayan.
We are your program host. I am Jet Subaba.
And I am John Apollo. We are bringing you the latest in post-harvest and mechanization.
And we communicate technologies that matter to the farmers and fisher folk.
Yes, again, you are tuning in to Technopitch on Air, Making Waves for Filmec Technology.
Ayan, so we're on our 5th episode.
Yes, oo, nakaka-excite, partner. Akalain mo yun, pang-lima na tayong episode, ano?
Ngayon, I'm excited for our guest, Mama. May guest reveal tayo. Pero gusto natin munang batiin our Director 4, Dr. Janisha G. Alvindia. We just got the official news na he won the Gawad Saka National Winner siya for Gawad Saka Awards for Outstanding Agricultural Scientist. This is a first award para sa Filmec. First Gawad Saka National Award for Filmec. So congratulations, Director Alvindia.
Oo, karangalan din to, partner ng Filmec.
Yes, of course.
Yan, syempre.
Batiin din natin
ang ating Deputy Director, Sir Joel Dator. Hello, sir.
Yes, at ang lahat ng members ng Management Committee. Ayan, so...
At syempre, ang ating masisipag na guards on duty. Hello
at
po.
At ating mga utilities na working buong araw dito para mapaganda at mapalinis ang ating
ahensya.
Yes. And of course, sa ating mga listeners na nakikinig sa Radyo Agri 90.1, sa kanilang mga sasakyan, tahanan, o maaaring sa mga eskwelahan, yung mga guards on duty rin na nag-radyo, mga farmers na maaarahil ngayon ay planting season. So,
may dalang radyo, partner.
May dalang radyo, ayan. Sana po ay gumagamit kayo ng mga makinarya sa bukid. At kung hindi pa, meron tayong programa para dyan, ang RSF Mechanization Program. At syempre, mga drivers natin.
Drivers na nakabiyahe.
Oo, maabot to hanggang Silex. Kahapon naka-travel kami partner eh. Umabot pala hanggang doon ng Radyo Agri na ito. So, yan. Hello sa mga listeners.
At saka, syempre, partner, yung ating mga viewers sa ating Facebook page. Ayan. Please share po ang ating live.
Of course, yes. At syempre, kayo pa rin po ay nakikinig sa mga ka-tune in pa lang. You're still listening to Radyo Agri 90.1 FM, Kasaganaan para sa bayan. Now, partner, ginagawa natin ang program natin. Welcome pala sa ating program na Technopitch on Air. Ginagawa natin to communicate our Filmec technologies sa ating mga adopters. At hindi lang mga adopters, sa ating mga would-be adopters or potential adopters. Baka kasi makita po nila na angkop yung mga teknolohiya nito, na innovations na ito, intervention ni Filmec sa kanilang mga operations.
Yes, partner naman. And through this program, malalaman nila lahat ng information tungkol sa technology. And we are also opening our hotline number. Ayan, please take down notes po. 0962-1197-445.
Ayan, inulit natin yan. Hotline number ng Radyo Agri 90.1, 0962-1197-445.
Kung meron po tayong questions sa mga listeners dyan on radio, at mag-comment down below lang po sa mga nanonood sa Facebook Live po natin. Yan.
Yes. So, are you guys ready for our featured technology sa ating mga listeners and viewers? So, today, papakilala na namin sa inyo, ang ating guest partner.
Pero syempre, time check muna, partner. Yes. 13 minutes past 11 po tayo. Kaya, handa na ba tayo? Ayan, handa na ba kayo, mga ka-Radyo Agri, para malaman kung sino ang Technopitchers for today's video. Ayan. Ito na. She is a committed agricultural engineer and post-harvest expert. Currently serving as a supervising science research specialist here at Filmec with a master's degree in agricultural production, chain management from the, take note, partner, Netherlands lang naman.
Big time talaga.
Big time. And over a decade of leadership in R&D, she brings innovation and excellence to the development of agri-mechanization systems and technologies.
And to add to that row of accomplishments, actually last year, she just received yung Hall of Fame para sa mga natatanging kawani na award niya. Meaning, 3 beses siyang nanalo dito sa ating ahensya.
Talaga
and outside, nananalo sa lahat ng mga invention contest, mga mga international and local na mga symposium, research symposium. Without further ado, the award-winning mga Karadyo Agri, let's us welcome the dedicated, hardworking, and multi-awarded Miss Arlene C. Joaquin.
Okay.
Hello po, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Sarap po maging guest dito na parang you're the star. Anyway, start talaga kayo. Good morning, Jet and Jonah, of course. And sa ating pong listeners at saka sa mga viewers po natin sa FB, tama ba? Oy,
yes,
FB, hindi ako sanay. But anyway, excited po to be with you all at ma-share po kung ano man yung technology that we will be bringing you today. Good morning po.
Ayun.
I'm excited na.
May gusto po ba kayong batiin, ma'am? Sa listahan niyo po?
Aha.
Listahan ba sino?
Yung mga taga-MD, of course, baka nakikinig kahit sobrang busy nila doon. And of course, the employees po ng Filmec. And of course, the director na nabati na natin kanina. Good morning to all of you. And they know sa AMD that these technologies that we're doing ay para ma-inspire din sila to continue what we have started sa Filmec as senior researchers na. So I hope these things will continue in the development din sa ating mga ibang researchers. Hi!
Nice. So,
Ayun.
she's also a mentor, no?
Oo, tama.
Kasi actually, nauna yung mga mini-mentor niya na ganun ka-busy itong natin. Mga mini-mentor po niya yung mga first episodes natin. Okay, let's go straight to our questions. Una nating tanong kay Miss Arlene. Okay na po, Miss Arlene. Para medyo, di ba?
Seryoso eh, no?
Miss Arlene.
Yes.
Ano po ang technology na ito na ating ito po nga, by the way, ang technology natin na pag-uusapan yung handheld Copra Moisture Meter.
Yes.
Ano po itong handheld Copra Moisture Meter and can you tell us more about this?
Yes, okay. Thank you, Jet. Yung Copra Moisture Meter, it's handheld, yes, kasi pwede siyang hawakan. So this is, isa po itong klase ng moisture meter. The series of moisture meters that we're doing sa division, ito ay sinusukat niya. Kasi for all we know, ang moisture meter po, ang moisture content po ng Copra ay napaka-importante. So ito po kasi yung base product ng iba pang mga product ng ating coconut. Okay. So napaka-importante na may-measure natin ito. And this time, gumawa kami ng medyo affordable, not so mahal compared sa others. And this will help the industry kasi wala tayong existing. And they are relying on the traditional, which is supposed to be meron tayo kasi ang laki ng ating industry. And don't you know, it's a trivia. Hindi naman trivia, but it's a fact na ang coconut industry is the largest among the agricultural sectors. So ito yung may pinakamalaki talaga na production. And Philippines is number 2. Worldwide.
Wow.
Worldwide.
Yeah. I think it's Indonesia, I think. Indonesia, yes. And speaking of the meter, hindi naman bago yung meter eh. Why are we doing this meter pa? Kasi nga, meron tayong requirement, 6%. Yun yung requirement sa Copra. Ang Copra po pala, for those who don't know, ano po, ito yung pinatuyo na laman po ng ating coconut. So, 80% po ng production natin annual ay napupunta sa Copra production. That big. So, napaka-importante niya. And ang moisture content, if we don't hindi natin nakukuha yung 6% na required, may discount. So, that's about 20% na nawawala sa ating farmers. So, high time. That's why we developed this one. It's very simple. Hawak siya. That's why it's handheld. And then, meron siyang, itutusok mo lang siya. Sayang wala tayong video, no? May video ba tayo? But anyway, ito po ay tutusok mo lang. May dalawa siyang, we call it a two-prong. Yes. Itutusok mo doon sa mismong Copra. Kasi nga destructive eh. So, yung ginagawa ngayon sa industry, it's destructive. But this time, ang tagal nun eh. Yung requirement. Meron kasing administrative order ang PCA which requires our oil millers and traders na meron sila dapat na pangkuha ng moisture meter. But when we roam around, wala sila. So, we decide on this. Napakasimple niya na meter. Kinukuha nito yung tama. accuracy is very important kasi kahit may meter ka when it's not accurate.
Yes.
And
mahalaga.
ito yung inspiration namin kasi yung mga existing na ginagamit, ang layo ng difference. Doon sa totoo, which we compare sa oven. So this time, ito po ay isang instrumento na madali nyo magagamit, madadala anywhere. At anytime na gusto nating i-measure ang copra, they can just bring it there. Yes. So local. Locally made. 100% ginawa natin to sa Filmec.
Nice.
Diba? So,
Ayun.
So, meron tayong sarili natin, no?
Yes.
Pero to appreciate more, itong nagawa natin, itanong natin yung ating...
Ayan. Dahil, nabanggit ni Ma'am yung existing na practice ng pagkuha. Ano naman po, Ma'am, yung prevailing practice pagdating sa pagkuha ng moisture measurement ng copra?
Bakit natin na kailangan yung ganitong invention?
100% of the farmers, ang ginagawa nila, binibreak.
Ayun,
di ba? Yung copra, no? If you can imagine yung copra, so yung tuyo na yun, i-break nila yun so para makita nila, maybe some observation nila or sa experience nila, matagal na sila, they would guess. But always estimation yun wala tayong objective na measurement. And then on the part naman ng millers, they have this brown duvel. Ito kasi ay batas na nire-require natin sila na mayroon brown duvel, and brown duvel is very tedious. Distillation process yung ginagawa dito So, matagal siya.
Matagal.
So, yung pila ng mga magbebenta dun sa mga oil millers, they have to wait for at most 3 days. So, bibigyan lang sila ng partial na payment kasi wala pang assessment ng MC. Diba? So, that's how it goes. Kaya medyo matagal. And, on the part ng farmers, wala silang proof.
Yes.
Diba na ito ay 6% na because it's the premium quality. And also, it incurs losses din sa weight. Kasi pag over-dried, diba? Unnecessary loss.
Yes.
And then on the other side naman, pag medyo basa pa, yun sinasabi ko kanina, discounted sila.
Mas mura.
20% of the weight. Like sa isang sako kasi, 100 kilograms yun. So, kung lalampas ka, maximum yun pero it varies. Pero pinakamataas 20%, that's too much for them. Kasi isang sako may 100 kasi 2 kilo, hindi yun babayaran. Plus, ang price nun, syempre, yung hindi sa premium price. So, ganun siya ganun kahirap on the part, both sa millers at saka sa farmers. So, si farmer, magre-rely lang siya. And, sorry po sa industry, pero they don't see. Hindi lahat nagpapakita ng proseso. Ang millers, even kami, medyo hindi rin kami allowed to. Well, we can understand the trade secret that we have. Pero hindi nakikita ng farmers. So, pag sinabi silang ito yung MC,
walang magagawa.
They just have to believe. Accept na lang, tatanggapin na lang yung payment. So, that's very... So, yun yung yung traditional na ginagawa. And you can imagine how difficult it is for the industry. So, yun po.
Ang ganda, no? Na,
yung
isa lang, kala mo siyang maliit na technology but it's actually empowering. It could empower the farmers. Because right there and then, hindi natin na lang, tingnan natin pala mamaya kung paano ito ginagamit, how it works, ganyan. Pero, i-explain, pasensya muna kayo ngayon at i-explain talaga ng ating
sayang na may pag-guest ko pag hindi ko yan explain.
So, tanong natin, para mas ma-visualize ng ating mga tagapakinig, siyempre, ang radyo. Kahit na, kailangan
ma-visualize nila.
Paano po ito nag-work? Or paano po ito ginagamit? Ito po ating handheld copper moisture meter. If you can share it,
Parang barel. Actually, mamaya makikita naman. Parang barel siya na parang laruan para maging exciting kang gamitin ba. Yung parang hindi ka matatakot. It will excite you anytime na gamitin mo. And then may battery siya. You have an option to use battery or pwede rin siya isaksak later on. And some suggestions na which we think is valid, pwede rin solar later on. Like the calculators that we have.
Nice.
So that's simple, di ba? Para kahit saan mo siya gamitin.
Yes,
yun. So ngayon, normally, kagaya sa brown double na sinasabi ko, destructive So, pinaprocess pa nila yung copra before makuha yung measurement. And just the same with the traditional, ika-crack pa nila yun. With this naman, yung copra, buo, pwede kang pumanik sa mga truck. Kasi truck yung dinidala sa millers
At itusok lang
pwede
yan.
mo nang itusok. And you can sample as much as you want. Kasi may averaging din to. So, meron lang siyang turn on. Ito-turn on mo lang yung battery. And also pala, we put a battery indicator. Kasi yung accuracy has a very big effect dun sa battery. Yung battery level niya has a very big effect sa accuracy. So we put in there the battery level para alam nila kung kailan nila i-charge ulit or papalitan. This is rechargeable pala. Yun.
Portable lang siya.
Portable, tapos maybe our manufacturers soon would want to have a casing din para yun yung isang suggestion
Dadali na lang.
Nakabag. Parang ganyan. Ay, sling bag. Ayun, sling bag for our farmers and anyone who wants to use this one.
Madadala kahit
lang
saan.
Ayun.
Okay. So kahit ilan po ang pwede niyang tusukin.
May averaging siya actually. Kasi we found out, kasi yung bilog, imagine yun.
Yes, ma'am.
Hindi siya pare-pareho, di ba, ng sides. So these things, inano din namin, kinompensate, we make a correction, kinuhanan namin to para pag nag-averaging ka, computed na yung error niya. So kahit saan ka tumusok ngayon, it has a compensatory error factor para makorek niya. Okay. So, kung halimbawa, 10, usam sa gilid or sa gitna, sa taas, ganyan.
May average.
May averaging siya. So, doon lagyan namin ang picture para mas madali.
Accurate din.
Ang bilis lang din, pagkatusok mo, ay na, rather than the 3 days na maghihintay ka at babalik ka doon, diba? Ayun. So, ganun lang siya kadali. And we think that everybody would want to use it.
Yes.
And sa days ngayon talaga, sa era natin ngayon.
Sa phase ngayon talaga.
Digitalization is really something, no? It's really something na, and it empowers people, When you know an information is really powerful, It's like, that's how we are empower the farmers.
Yes,
Kaya pag tinusok mo, makita mo na yung, alam mo na kung ano yung deserve mo, na ma-receive na payment, no? Kaya, tas ang dali lang yan kanina.
May I just add, Jonah and Jetta, kasi ngayon sa proseso namin sa research, we do include yung ating end users bago, during, and after the development.
Involvement talaga sila.
Ini-involvement natin sila kasi we don't know, di ba? Tayo kasi researchers and all dito lang We just read and then...
Yung point of view.
Yung point of view nila, so we go to them, we went to the field, meron tayong assessment kung ano po ba yung features na tingin nyo ay magbabagay sa operation nyo. Gaano kalaki, gaano kamahal yung pwede yung mabili. Kasi that's one big consideration, the cost.
Tama, ma'am.
Diba? So yun din. And then how it looks like, gaano nyo to kadali. So we include them para sure tayo na there will be no drastic difference sa operation nila. Because that's one reason why the adoption of new technologies is very low. Kasi nababago yung sistema nila. So that's why we're making it a point to include them para hindi sila manibago.
At applicable
talaga doon sa kanilang ginagawa. So yun, that's very important point sa
consider nila, ma'am, talaga.
Ganun approach Kasi most of our technology developers ay talaga, minsan sakit din siya sa government na top-down yung approach. Na we created this, use this, kanya. So sila, they included. Parang sa atin,
bottom-up.
That's a bottom-up approach.
Maganda siya. We found out it's really very
I-identify mo yung problem and
address. Saka hindi sa something alien for them. I mean,
alam mo nila agad.
It's just an improved system.
It's very good. They appreciate actually involving them. Nakakatawa.
Ayan, sa mga young researchers natin, may tip na naman tayo sa kanila. If you're listening, if you're watching, and you really want to develop something in the future, you'll be part of the agriculture sector, that's one secret of Philmed. So they include the cooperators, the would-be adopters.
The end users.
Yeah, the end users. Para hindi alien sa kanila yung ginagawa natin. It's really, they can relate. So the adoption, medyo maliit yung gap ng old sa new practice kasi, diba?
Halos pinulot lang din.
Something na alam na nila We just improve your life.
Tama, pinadali lang.
Yeah, sige. Okay.
Ayan, nabanggit na ni ma'am kanina yung end user and mga. Sino-sino naman, ma'am, ang mga target beneficiaries nitong technology?
We actually cater to most stakeholders, most or all ba? Kasi farmers, they can use it anytime. They have what they call the consolidators. So, ito yung pumupunta bayan-bayan or barangay iniipon. So, it's very useful to them also. And especially our oil millers, kasi under the law ng PCA, they have an administrative order. They are required to have a moisture meter bago sila makapag-lisensya as oil miller. So, it's a requirement So this will make ang mahal kasi ng mga existing that pala no that's one reason pa rin. Sobrang mahal. PCA is using one which is around 250,000 nila nabili, di ba? Sobrang mahal which we cannot expect from the would-be oil millers, yung mga interested bago ka. So you would not
yung mga nagsisimula pa lang.
You will not invest that much on a single, very maliit lang na technology. And this will really help them a lot. I think, konting, siguro policy, on the terms of policy, that this is allowed. Kasi meron silang na-require, like the Brown Double, it's in the law, I mean, it's in the AO, or equivalent. So this might be, who knows, the equivalent standard that they can use.
Grabe. Diba? It's impacting the industry.
Diba?
Kanina, we're talking about the users time, but this time it's the industry talaga impacting the industry. And even yung career ng mga ito, no? Yung gusto nilang pasukin. That's nice. Okay, so yun po yung ating mga...
Ang daldal ko, no? Ang dami kong sinasabi.
We're excited
talaga for the technology, no? Kasi para alam din ng ating mga...
Yes, tama, ma'am.
And that's nice, no? Even if somebody from PCA is listening, I'm sure nakita na nila ito.
Actually, very quick again.
Yes.
Just last month kasi, we joined the Bisabe, diba? And there were people there from PCA. And actually, this is the first time that I reported na after ng report, there are a lot of queries. Talagang pinuntahan sa table,
it draws interest.
And even PCA requested we met them, and then we introduced the technology, and they will be using it for their program because their word is really, there's a dire need of the technology, and we're so happy to share with them. That's why.
Filmmaker is impacting the industry.
The whole industry.
And I think it was part of the resolution that they've done. Before the meeting, we gave them some info para makita din nila, and a part of the video para makita nila.
May nakakakita partner talaga.
So may mag-follow up na lang kami sa kanila what's the next, but we're very willing, of course, Filmic is very willing to share the technology with them and the industry. Tuwan-tuwa sila actually, and it's so sa part ng mga researchers, of course, it's very nakakatuwa. It inspires us more. It fuels our syempre, to do more.
Tama.
Diba? The passion to do more. Nakakatuwa talaga. So, I hope it will be, sa kanila.
May nakakakita ng mga
kasi talaga, if you created something that addresses the need, then you don't really need a lot of promotion talaga.
Yes.
If somebody na talaga can see your work talaga, sila nalalapit like yung experience.
Aside from PCA, DTI also has invited us before because they also have some programs on coconut. So, I think they will be. So, waiting na lang ng commercialization. Because
Okay. Ayun na yata yung question natin.
Commercialization.
Di ba pala? Okay. Ano po yung nakikita po ninyo, Miss Arlene, na in potential impact? Although nabanggit natin somehow, but let us magnify this on this question na ano yung nakikita nyo yung potential impact nito ng technology, on the industry level, on the user level,
We made a partial budget analysis on the part of technology generator kasi we're trying to make a scenario or an analysis ano ba yung magiging impact nito at the farmers level and then cooperators and we have seen like an increase in their potential benefits kasi di ba we're aiming for the 6%, but we cannot measure it right now with the traditional, di ba? As a farmer ako, gusto ko siyang, pero paano ko mapapatunayan na 6% na, which is the premium quality. So with this, they can monitor, actually, habang nagdi-dry sila with the tapahan,
agad-agad.
Agad-agad, they can see na so kailangan pa bang i-dry? In a way, makakatipid din sila sa resources, di ba? Kasi na-overdry yung iba. And then, with the presence nito, yun namang mga consolidators, they can price effectively I mean, there's a balance. There will be balance of shares doon sa benefits, di ba? And sa oil millers, of course, sa kanila din. I think, walang may gusto na ganun katagal bago ko malaman yung diba? So, di ba? It's speeding up the operation with accuracy and science-based technologies like this. Parang you'll be they're making we will make their lives easier. And on our part, syempre sa atin din ito, yun naman yung in-aim natin that yung mga na-develop natin would be used by our nasa baba. So that's why we're doing it for them. There are the reasons why we're doing this. At the end of the day, sila naman talaga. So yun yung malaki na, even PCA, when we went to them, nakikita nila yung talaga, yung impact. We just have to wait on, by the way, yung result ng study would be part of their policy recommendation that they can use this part. Just like the Boriki before, ganun din naman yung they will make it part of their recommendation to make it a policy na ito gamitin na natin for para lahat may access sa gano'n. So, it's a very good impact sa industry.
That's nice.
Oo, kasi nag-decline ang ating ang export. Yan, by this kasi, we can see na may increase din yung volume ng ating export. Kasi this is an export product before, ha?
Yes.
Pero yung declining siya kasi poor quality. Because of that. Nag-aafla kasi siya pag hindi natin na-reach yung 6%. And when it's apla, di ba? Kasi ito, food to So, we're trying to, So, yun. It can arrest kasi namomonitor natin, di ba?
Yes.
Ayun. So, gano'n.
Ang impactful,
Ang liit. So, yeah. Mechanization is not just the machine itself, but it's actually like doing something for the mechanization. This is a complementary things that we're doing. Kasi this is part of the mechanization, right? We're trying to improve the dryer, so might as well meron din tayong mga ganitong accessories or tools.
About to say, na parang it will lead them to another technology, which is the dryer. It could be more hygienic, na para maabot pa yung ating...
I picked that up from PCA words, yung ganyan. So, it will be a complementary thing, which is very... So, hopefully, in the soonest possible time, we can help them and their clients.
Mabubuo na yung chain, no?
Saka we're on to Coco Levy, di ba? So we're giving away din So this can be part, as sinakausap ko na this is Sir Auntie about this. Pwede din natin siya kasi we're purchasing now, important.
Pwede na siya ma-incorporate sa mga sa
facility.
We just have to go with the process of commercialization. That's it. Pero short ngayon.
Okay.
Ayun.
So yun yung hinihintay natin, commercialization.
Ayan.
Tanungin mo na, partner.
Dahil, partner and Ma'am Arlene, may nag-text from our listener. Ayan. Kailan daw po ito magiging available sa market? Ako excited, partner.
Opo. Kagaya po nung nabanggit ko, meron kasi tayong R&D process, right? So, we really have to be sure na pagdating dito sa market, wala tayong problema technically, and of course, we have seen the potential economic impact nito. So ngayon po, na-decide ng ating core group sa Filmic. Yung core group po ng Filmic, this is the inner circle of reviewees, technical reviewees on the merits. Ito ba? So we have a shortened period, like 6 months na lang siya, and then we commercialize na. We call it pre-pilot or pre-commercialization stage.
Okay.
And PCA also is willing to help para speed up. So sinabi nila, we can give you access on those people that you want to pilot test this.
Talaga.
And after that,
collaborative sila.
We believe sa Filmic because we started already with a licensed manufacturer on our Boriki, which is basically the same. So, tomorrow ba yun? Or on Friday, we will be talking with 2 manufacturers.
Ayun, may sinusundan na at
yan.
Commercialize na talaga.
So excited na rin sila. So they want to know more para pag we go signal na pwede na itong mag-license. They know already. Pinag-aaral on the business side, of course. We don't know that.
Yes,
they know that kasi mura lang din naman siya. So yun, hopefully po by next year it will be really ito market. So without that's on the part of us, but we have to go through the process. But hopefully
pa ng manufacturer ito.
May process pa partner.
Opo. Pasensya na po ng konti sa proseso ng R&D ng Filmic, but we want to make sure that everything is okay. When it gets to the farmers, when it gets to the cooperatives.
We don't want to give false hopes, of course. We want to ensure that it's really transforming the future of Philippine agriculture because that's our mantra here. We really want to transform the future.
Pero malapit na po. Wag
ayan naman, serious.
We were doing our best po para matulungan din na mapunta na to sa market.
Hopefully.
Yes. That's something na ang ganda kasi kung makikita niyo po sa aming website, kasama dyan na we conduct partnership-based R&D. So this is what it looks like. We partner with yung mga potential would-be adopters we partner with them, gata nabanggit ni Miss Arlene kanina. But aside from that partnership, we also partner with other agencies.
Yes, the
so
PCA.
Sorry, baka magtampo sa akin. We actually, in the development nito, we included yung research center nila sa Zamboanga. So, we work with them, with their laboratory people also. Doon kami nag-lab. Kasi doon din maraming millers, and then marami silang coconut doon. So, nandun. So, para sawa-sawa kami sa samples. So, we want also to acknowledge their share on this.
Collaborative project.
Collaborative. If not for them, this really is not this successful. Kasi sila din yung mas nakakaalam what's the need of the industry.
So, if there are other government R&D institutions, so this is how we do it, no? It's really partnership-based R&D. Yeah, tama, sabi nga, hindi dahil sa mga help ng mga partners na ito.
Hindi ito magiging possible.
Actually,
yes.
So yeah, that's nice. Ang ganda, ang dami natutunan.
Oo nga.
Now, we're not just pitching the technology, but also the strategies of Miss Arlene.
We're sharing this kasi what we see is successful. Ito nga, sumakses tayo.
Sumakses.
So, we really want to share that also para yung mga, those people na younger than us, the next generation.
I love that.
Nice.
So if there are mga gusto rin maging researcher someday, those who are taking courses na especially mga
soon to be scientists, researchers,
mag-produce, mag-invent. So ito po yung mga
inventors,
subok ng mga best practices ni Filmec, specifically with Ma'am Arlene, Miss Arlene. Okay, so meron tayong last na question. Ano po ang inyong mensahe sa ating mga listeners, especially sa mga potential na users ng ating technology na talagang excited na to see it on the market, sa ground, to be used on the ground. What is your message?
Ayun, actually po kami papasok namin, we dream of helping you really indeed, yung mga nung po kami sa coconut, kasi first time ko dito makita ng industry ng coconut. And I was so surprised that coconut is still the poorest, kahit ito yung pinakamalaking sector. Those people don't want to accept, but statistics are telling us na coconut is the poorest still, but there's a very big potential. So, tuwan-tuwa po kami na makatulong sa kanila. And we're so happy also na cooperative sila, and they are really siguro that we have opened the door to them, kaya very willing sila to say what really is the problem, what should be done, na kaya naman natin. And Filmec on our side naman, we are so with the AMDPC. Sorry, I have to include the AMDPC. We are so happy also na parang noong una hindi kami maka-imagine na kaya pala natin gumawa. Imagine yung mga ganito. This is new to us. Sa Filmec, ito yung we have the Buriki, the same meter na unang-una nating digital na talagang na-IP natin. We have, by the way, we have 4 protection for this applied. So, parang sa atin, lalo kaming na-inspire kami when we go to the field and we see, you can see the eyes of the farmers na. So, we are really working for you guys. Wala po kami dito kung hindi sa mga pangangailangan nyo and what we can improve on. Nakikita po namin yung efforts nyo on and the dream also of, alam mo yun, masenso ka as farmers. Kasi we all want to see yung farmers na hindi laging nandyan lang sila. So we want to, this technology also encourages parang wag ka lang producer. You can also do other things like ito. Kasi kailangan mo ng maganda dapat laging may quality para mas mapapakinabang. Andiyan na kasi siya So Asset Filmec are helping you guys na yun, ma-preserve. So, what is the premium that we can get from what we harvested na? Pag post-harvest kasi nakakahinayang na nandyan na siya mapapabayaan. So, these are small, tiny things or tiny technologies na ang liit lang, but the impact really is, we advocate moisture meters, alam nyo. Noong una, hindi talaga, pagpunta ano yung moisture content? So, it's really, ang ganda na dinaanan namin na parang ngayon, they know the importance of it. Because when you say quality, it equates to moisture content.
Open na sila.
And the accuracy is very important then. Kasi kahit may meters ka, like what we have seen in the field, hindi siya totoong, hindi niya binibigay totoong reading. So with what we have, and we have locally manufactured, anytime pwede natin i-improve, tayo na rin yung nagka-calibrate, The components can be made by us, matutulungan pa natin yung ating local manufacturers, diba? So we're opening the door also for business sa kanila. And then the components, locally, mabibigay ka. Hindi po pag-imported, like any item na imported, mostly pag nasisira, the spare parts, the people that will do it, wala kasi hindi na, lalo pag ganito ang mga programmable. Because they will not give us the source code. We call it source code, the program. Kasi sa kanila yan. But with this, doon sa mga licensed manufacturer, ibibigay natin ito lahat. Of course, with our assistance, with our guidance sa kanila para yung ina-expect nating accuracy and the function of it, magawa nila.
Tuloy-tuloy din.
Oo, ganun. So, we're happy. We, tuloy-tuloy lang po yung aming passion. Yes. We're actually happy, nahahappy po kami na napapakinabangan yung mga technologies na dinidevelop natin because it's a government fund. Sayang naman yung ating ating mga pondo. So para po sa inyo lahat ang ginagawa ng ating PhilMech, it's all for the future of agriculture, the modernization. Kailangan na po natin, nung nag-aaral po, nabagit nila kanina nag-aaral sila, ang tagal na nun, that was 2007. Sobrang advanced na po nila. And nakaka-inggit. Actually, pagbalik ko ng PhilMech, yun yung nag-fuel sa akin. Ba't sila meron na, di ba? Ang tagal-tagal na nun. And now, we're here, maybe not that fast, like a jet, but we're making a small step para makapunta doon.
Yes.
So, yun po. We're just here. Sabihin nyo na po sa amin kung ano pong pangangailangan yan. And pag kaya po natin, kakayanin. So, we will continue doing it for you guys. Lalo po sa ating farmers.
Yeah,
ayun,
nice.
Nakaka-touch naman, partner.
Very inspiring.
Very inspiring, oo.
And even I hope na the next generation, meron tayong mga listeners on radio. Kung sakali po ba, Miss Arlene, na merong mga students na gumagawa ng kanilang mga thesis.
Yes,
na, di ba, that they can also, di ba, contribute. Is your office open for these people, these students?
Yes, humbly. Ang nakakasaya din sa amin I think hindi lang AM din, but most of the research na, yung mga nag-OJT sa atin, they went home really with something to take away from PhilMech. Hindi naman tayo mababawasan, of course. We're sharing the knowledge. For example, like yung mga OJT namin, we always encourage them, meron na ba kiniisip for thesis with our simulation also, lalo sa engineering, di ba? Pag alis nila, they have alam mo yun, makita mo may drawing na sila, pinapresent nila, we're so happy na natutulungan ng PhilMech yung mga ganito. So, open po kami, but pasensya na lang po kasi hindi lang po kami nag-accommodate ng marami na tingin namin hindi namin matuturuan talaga. Kasi, not for the OJT per se, but we want them to really take something from PhilMech pag alis nila. So, open naman po, unahan na lang po. Kasi may mga slot. All other divisions, ganun din naman. I'm sure sa inyo din meron. But we're happy to hear feedbacks even from their coordinators that the students are doing good with that.
That's nice. Okay, mukhang, busog na busog tayo sa information.
Sorry,
Inspiration.
Ang dami.
Okay, ma'am, that's okay. I'm sure our listeners are also interested. And it draws interest talaga sa kanila while listening to this. Meron ka ba mga takeaway?
Ayun,
as we...
Yes. Kasi kayo may takeaway,
Yes, may takeaway.
Ayan. Dito, partner, parang lahat ng development program, ayan, yung mga project na yan.
Yes, so,
yung indicator ng effectiveness ay nakikita sa mga adopters.
Yes.
Ano, partner? Sa involvement ng mga end users, adopters, beneficiaries. Ayan, katulad ng ginagawa sa project na ito, sa technology na ito, partner. Ayun.
Okay, and syempre naman, ako naman nakikita ko dito yung kung bakit PhilMech yung PhilMech eh. Na it's really addressing yung mga concerns sa post-harvest industry, and we address it with mechanization. That's how mechanization and post-harvest works together. And that's why we are important as an agency. So pag tinanong niyo, PhilMech, ano ba yung PhilMech? Ito ba yung gano'n? We're actually dwelling on the post-harvest and whatever na kailangan. Last week, meron tayong biological. Ngayon, may mechanization tayo. So, lahat are gearing towards improving yung post-harvest. Kasi it's not enough that we produce our crops, our commodities. We really have to save them from losses. Kasi losses could mean losses din sa money, sa kita.
Income.
Pero gaya ng ginagawa ngayon nila Miss Arlene and their team, this Copra. It's really very promising, and we really can see potentials hindi lang sa mga iba't ibang part ng ating value chain nito at yung mga users natin, and even the next generation, we can actually entice them na this is how we do it today. We don't need to wait for 3 days, sabi nga ni Miss Arlene kanina. We don't need to buy yung mga mahal, expensive, but it's really handheld, no? The power
very portable,
very symbolic. The power now is in your hand.
Yes.
So, diba?
So yung tagline.
It will really change, no? Yes. Empower the, that even me, I understand na ganun pala mag-empower. Na hindi kayang gawin, magagawa because, diba, of the technology.
Yes.
Diba? Ganun pala ibig sabihin ng empowerment. And thank you very much to our guests. Very inspiring. Yes. And very intelligent, I should say.
Oo, partner.
Very intelligent. And I really, ano mo kasi isang tao na driven na if that person knows his or her purpose, he or she can really do it.
Nagre-reflect sa ginagawa, partner.
Her words now, it's for you, sabi sa mga farmers. So thank you very much,
Miss Arlene.
My pleasure.
And thank you to your team. Continue to inspire not just this generation, but the next. And together, let's shape and transform the future of Philippine agriculture.
Yes.
Yes. Grabe. Ayan. Okay, we have to end this. Gusto man namin naging 3 hours ang program. Pero 1 hour lang talaga siya. Thank you very much for tuning in to Technopeach on Airs. This is episode 5. I am Jet.
And I am John. We'll see you again next Tuesday.
Yes, next Tuesday. See you again. Thank you very much to all our listeners. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.